Hey family, we have some interesting news to share with you today. There is a large exodus going on right now in America, mostly in certain states. This is because of two specific reasons. The first is that people are still behind on getting caught up with their monthly bills since the pandemic, now that payments for student loans are due and high inflation on the price of goods and services continue to increase. People are no longer able to afford their homes. And then the second reason is because of the rising prices in homeowners insurance. People are no longer able to afford to insure their home, so they are packing up their bags and leaving in droves. I have the details to share with you in just a moment, but before we get started, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Starting off, people are leaving their homes. They are evacuating faster than we anticipated, if you will. And that is all because of the foreclosures in this country are now starting to increase. As you can see right here, foreclosures started to rise in October, but right now they still remain at historic low levels, but those numbers are inching up higher every single day. It says right here that the monthly report highlighting mortgage performance for the month of October 2023, which overall found that foreclosures started to rise by 33,000 during the month of October to the highest level that we have seen in the last 18 months. Serious delinquencies or mortgages 90 plus days past due fell to around 447,000, hitting numbers last seen during the 2006 calendar year. Loans that were 30 days late also saw numbers improve, the first of such improvements in the last 5 months. Despite the improvements in delinquencies, foreclosures start to rise to around 33,000 for the month of October, hitting the highest levels that we have seen in over the last 18 months, while the number of foreclosure sales completions remain relatively low. Yes, this is all in reference to people are no longer able to afford to live in their homes that they were planning on living for many, many years to come. And because of the high inflation, the high interest costs, and things of that sort, people are no longer able to afford their homes, especially people like those individuals that are on fixed incomes, our Social Security recipients, those individuals that receive SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, and all the above. Those individuals are really struggling right now just to keep afloat, as well as to keep food on the table. As we can see right here, even it is affecting apartment complexes, as this particular apartment complex that is pretty much worth around $3 million ended up having to foreclose as well. This one is in Miami-Dade area in Florida, and shockingly enough, guys, this particular apartment complex is more than 50 years old. Yes, this is all in regards to the price of everything has pretty much gone up, which is causing the American people to evacuate faster than they anticipated before. Veterans are actually protected from getting their house foreclosed on. As you can see right here, that VA ends up halting their foreclosures for thousands of veterans because they are on the verge of losing their homes as well. The good news is that they are protected, so that is some good news. But the Department of Veteran Affairs is halting foreclosures for 6 months for veterans and service members who have VA loans. The move follows an investigation by NPR that found that thousands of veterans who took what's called a COVID forbearance are now at risk of losing their homes through no fault of their own. And in a statement from the VA, they're saying that, look, helping veterans and their families stay in their homes is a top priority at the VA, according to the press secretary. We are calling on mortgage servicers to pause foreclosures of VA guaranteed loans through May the 31st of 2024. So that is some good news because our veterans are protected. But what about the rest of the Americans? Those individuals that did not join the military or things of that sort, they are the ones that are most vulnerable right now, especially our seniors, our elderly individuals, as well as our Social Security recipients. They are the ones that are receiving the brunt of this particular matter right now. And like I said, it is causing a lot of people to having to leave their homes vacant and turn them over back to their lender. This is some shocking news, but it is not just affecting home buyers. It is also affecting office spaces as well. As you can see right here, that office landlords are now increasing the pace of just handing back their properties back to their lenders. This is all in the face of shifting from office demand and high refi refinance costs, building owners are increasingly returning properties back to their lenders instead of fighting to hold on to them just a little bit longer. We all know that the pandemic started early part of 2020, in which it pretty much brought everybody to be able to work from home. And since then, a lot of companies have not been requiring their employers to come back to the office, which means that these particular companies, large corporations, are no longer needing this office space, and they are pretty much turning it back to the owners. Yes, giving it back to them, leaving them with the bag in their hand, and how they're going to be able to afford to pay for their office space as well. They will probably end up being foreclosed in the end before it is all said and done. But anyways, this is affecting a lot of Americans right now, guys. It doesn't matter what side you are on. It is affecting everyone. But in addition to that, guys, home buyers that were anticipating in buying a home, they are actually getting cold feet right now as well. And that is because of the high interest rates that have been going up over the last 9 to 11 months. As you can see in this particular article, it says that a lot of people are getting the cold feet. Home buyers are backing out of deals at the highest rate on record. And here's what's driving this particular trend. About 54,000 home purchase agreements were canceled in the month of October. And that is all because their interest rate ended up going up even higher from when they initially signed the paperwork to go through the process of buying their home. Yes, guys, they are backing out of their home, saying that, look, the home just continues to keep going up in price in regards to the monthly payment. And a lot of these individuals, they are no longer able to afford their homes. It says that around 54,000 home purchases agreements fell through in October, or 17.2% of homes that went under contract that month, according to Redfin, the highest percentage on record for the real estate company. They're saying in a statement that, look, I am seeing a lot of cold feet. Home prices are high, mortgage rates are high, and interest costs are even higher. And when buyers see the final number, a lot of them are just having to back out of the deal altogether, which is very sad. A lot of times you go through the process of going a month or two finding your home, and then going through an additional month of actually going through the paperwork and waiting for your closing date, and going through 3 months altogether just to find out that you are not going to get the home, your dream home. That has got to be devastating. Wouldn't you guys agree? I mean, this is just terrible. But on the flip side, those individuals that have been in their homes for many, many years, they can't afford their home insurance or things like that, or even afford the mortgage payment. They are losing their homes after being in their homes for 20 plus years. That is also sad as well. So like I said, this is affecting a lot of people out there. And you need to be aware of this, because where are these people going to go? Where are they going to stay? We don't know as of yet, but we can only imagine. Guys, keep those individuals in your prayers in the meantime. But then in addition to that, other individuals are having to leave their homes because of the rise in homeowners insurance. As you can see right here, that homeowners face rising insurance rates as climate change continues to go on throughout America, as well as throughout the world. Yes, specifically in relation to states like Florida, they have been hit with wildfires as well as hurricanes. Things are getting more common now because of climate change than we have seen ever before. So yes, homeowners are now facing these rising prices and insurance costs. And a lot of them are saying that, look, we can no longer afford the insurance on our home. So we have either two options. Either we sell the house and just leave Florida altogether, or we just go without insurance and just take a gamble. Yes, that is the worst thing that you can do, right? Wouldn't you agree? Would you actually do something like that? But these individuals that live in Florida, for example, are having to deal with those challenges right now as we speak. Take a look at this particular article right here. It says that skyrocketing homeowners insurance rates are breaking the bank for some individuals. Specifically in Port Richey, Florida, in a quiet neighborhood, Karen Payton was living in her home for more than 20 years and doesn't want to leave it. This is where she wants to live out the rest of her days before she leaves Earth. But she says the dramatic increase in homeowners insurance rates in Florida is making it very difficult. She said that, look, it's home, it's my home, and I've been very happy here. Peyton said that she is on a fixed income and retired some years back, but because of the skyrocketing homeowners insurance, she has had to come out of retirement and take on a new job to help make up for the rising rates just to keep her home. She said in a statement that, look, I've been able to afford to keep my home, but it's getting more and more difficult every single day. Peyton has seen her rates go from $2,800 a year back in 2021 to nearly $5,400 this year in 2023. Multiple studies show that Florida ranks as having the highest insurance rates in the nation. Insurance agency SelfInsure found the average premium to be $7,788 a year in 2022 just to own a home in Florida. And Peyton said in a statement that, look, I understand people thinking, well, if it's costing you that much to live and you can't insure it, just get something else. Yep, I could, but I wouldn't feel as happy and content as I do living in my own home that I've been in for the last 20 years or so. Peyton, who is determined to stay in her home, said that she would love to see lawmakers take on the insurance companies to stop the dramatic price hikes Floridians have seen here as of recently. So again, guys, do you live in Florida? What do you think about this? Do you think that this particular increase from $2,800 a year to $5,400 a year to insure the same home, that is insane. But I get it, because these hurricanes, they are pretty much wiping away completely these homes, these areas off the map. It is getting crazy, guys, and the insurance companies have to pay for this. However, we have been paying them for years. So what have they been doing with all of that money? Yes, guys, that is a huge question that we'll have to ask later on. But anyways, we'll just leave that up to the lawmakers, if you will. In addition to that, we are seeing that now these Floridians are no longer able to afford homeowners insurance on their homes. Either they have the option to just sell it and leave the state, or some individuals are deciding to just self-insure their homes on their own. As you can see, that more Florida homeowners are now self-insuring because of the rising insurance costs, according to the latest surveys. It says that a recent survey by the Insurance Information Institute found that more Floridians are self-insuring their homes because of the rising cost of insurance. It is very risky for homeowners to self-insure, according to the insurance agencies. But of course they would say that, right? But anyways, there is a lot of studies going on in regards to this, as well as a lot of new websites and blogs that have been recently created to help people figure out how they can self-insure their homes and what are the pros and what are the cons of doing this. Because like particular person like Peyton, she wants to stay in her home for the rest of her days on earth because she has been in her home for the last 20 years. And I would agree, she deserves to stay in her home, and she does not deserve the right to have to go back out of retirement to go get another second job just to afford insurance on her home. Tell me about that, guys. What a world we live in. This is America. What are lawmakers doing about this? They need to do something about it. But as we have saw in previous, lawmakers are slow at doing everything, especially those lawmakers sitting in Congress. Why do we continue to vote them into office where they get these positions and they sit on their butts and do absolutely nothing? What do you think about this, guys? I would love to get your take on this. If you get a chance, comment down below and let me know how you feel about this whole ordeal of having to force Americans to evacuate their homes, to evacuate their states that they once loved for many, many years. Let me know what you think about that. I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, that's all we have for you today, but feel free to check out some of the items down below in the description. There are a couple of opportunities for you to earn some free money or some free cash, such as signing up for Rakuten, which is the #1 cashback website available right now. The good news is that right now they are giving away a bonus of $40 after you sign up and use it for the first time. So that is a great opportunity. Also, don't forget about signing up for the Amazon Prime membership, where you can get 30 days for free. This is a great time, as majority of us are looking for gifts for our loved ones as well as our friends. And what a great way to sit at home and order those items from Amazon and get free shipping directly to your door. Take advantage of the opportunity. I know I did, but outside of all all of that, check out the other links down below. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.